Hey everyone, Tori and Joe back. Just filling you in on some information. And Joe and I have been running across a few clients that are asking a lot about fix and flips or how to actually do this stuff and be an investor. So Joe has some really good insight and some myths we wanted to share with you and some other information, just big considerations. It's not always quite as simple as they make it look on TV, right, Joe?
Correct. So yeah, Tori, I've been talking to some people that are looking at our videos that have been looking at, I just want to fix and flip something and it's their first time. And I'm giving the advice of why don't you just do a safer risk assessment and just flip a home technically that you want to live in. So you can get an idea of how the construction goes, how things go with the process, how the loan goes, the documents you need and everything like that. Instead of thinking we're on HGTV and we're gonna flip the home in 2 months, and all of a sudden you flip the home in 2 months, but you can't sell to a FHA buyer when you're in an FHA neighborhood. Because and Tori, you can explain it more specifically, but that you can't do it because you have to wait at least 3 to 6 months for in order to flip it to sell it to a FHA buyer. So those things you kind of want to avoid. So I've been explaining to people, why don't you use Tori and I's renovation loan product? You're technically flipping the home, but it's a little longer process, but you're living there, so you get to get what you like also. So Tori, you could explain some of the myths and debunking myths on how people think, oh, I'm gonna fix this home in 2, 3 months. I'm gonna make 40,000, and all of a sudden this, but all of a sudden now you see taxes, and now you see this and that. So Tori, you could go more into explaining that.
That's I think one of the biggest things people they get into it. It sounds good. I'm going to make 40 grand, and one is the carrying cost, right? The longer
Right.
to sell it after you're all done, the more it chips into that money you were going to make, right?
Exactly.
Being able to sell it immediately is great. So Joe comes in, he fixes, he flips it, he relists it, he markets it. You think you're in great shape, but what a lot of people, what Joe was speaking of, don't understand is the financing that can be done to buy that building is very limited. So like an
Exactly.
FHA buyer, depending on how much money was put in, there's just all these things that could happen where it would say, no, you can't do FHA financing. So you're limiting your people that you can sell this to because of how long you've had it, right? Between 3 and 6 months, how much value it's increased. Did it just increase
Exactly.
30 grand? Did it increase 100 grand? Did you buy a hole in the wall and did it increase because of equity? There's all these things that a lot of people don't consider. And when you reduce the amount of people who can buy a place because you didn't understand up front what your timelines had to be, then you have more carrying costs. Then it takes more time. Then it takes less buyers, less competitive. So, that money that you watch on all those other shows where, bought it for 300, put in 200, sold it for 600, made 100.
Yeah.
Well, where's the carrying cost? Where's the this? How
Where's the
fast did it sell?
where's the utilities? Where's the taxes? Where's actually double tax, the property taxes? Then you got your regular taxes. Like all that stuff is not shown to the average person.
Yeah.
So that's why we're gonna go in, me and Tori are gonna go to a mini series probably 3 or 4 weeks about, all right, it's a safer bet this way because you're living there and some of the advantages of living there. And maybe you want to do a multi-unit, we'll go into that also. And now you have tenants paying rents, but people don't know how long it takes to get a tenant. People don't know you have to pay a commission of first month's rent. Do you do a security? All that type of stuff goes into fixing and flipping, and that's what me and Tori are going to explain for the next 3, 4 weeks.
And I think you're right, Joe, and your suggestion's great. Maybe walk before you run, right? You get the
Exactly.
loan, you're renovating the house, it's worth more, you're living it, you get to enjoy it. So, I think we're going to start, like you said, Joe, from the average person going on, and then we'll end up on the fix and flippers, right? And what you need to know.
Right.
Awesome.
Exactly.
All right, Joe, as always, thanks for the insight and everything else. And if anyone has any questions, please just reach out to either of us and we'll help you any way we can.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks, guys.